The French President Emmanuel Macron has expressed the concern over the US President Donald Trump's plan to unilaterally recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. In a statement, Macron's office said, and here we quote, Mr. Emmanuel Macron reaffirmed that the question of Jerusalem's status had to be dealt with in the framework of peace negotiations between Israelis and Palestinians, with the aim in particular to establish two countries, Israel and Palestine, living in peace and security side by side with Jerusalem as a capital city. President Trump's advisor and son-in-law Jared Kushner said last week the United States president has not yet made his mind on whether to formally recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital. The move, if approved, would break with decades of US policy and could fuel violence in the already volatile Middle East. Meanwhile, Palestine Liberation Organization has slammed the US, saying that recognition of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel would be, quote-unquote, kiss of death for two-state solution.
That the US is delivering a lethal bullet to the heart of the two-state solution. That would be actually the kiss of death to the two-state solution, because Jerusalem is at the very heart of the two-state solution. It's the major pillar of it, and there has been many decades-long policy of the US, the international community, and everybody involved, including the Israelis and the Palestinians, that Jerusalem is a final status issue.
An uprising is brewing in Palestine amid reports that US President Donald Trump will recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital city. This is something that no American president has done since the State of Israel was established 70 years ago. So is the US State Department staring at another diplomatic face-off? And what does it mean for the West Asia peace deal? Take a look.
The possibility of another diplomatic face-off is looming large for the White House. After his war of tweets with British Prime Minister Theresa May, a campaign promise might miff US President Donald Trump's close ally, Saudi Arabia. Donald Trump's plans to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital started off as a campaign pledge, but several media reports say Trump is keen on fulfilling his promise. This could potentially derail the president's ambitious plans to bring peace to West Asia. The diplomatic status of Jerusalem is one of the world's most contested issues. Both Israel and Palestine stake claim to it as their capital city. Jerusalem is home to holy sites for Jews, Christians and Muslims. If President Trump decides to take Israel's side, it will have an impact on America's ties with West Asia and even other Islamic nations around the world. Trump's decision could derail Jared Kushner's plans. The US president has put his son-in-law and advisor in charge of West Asia peace plan. In the past few months, Kushner has even paid a few visits to Saudi Arabia to hold talks with the senior leadership. That's why on Sunday, in a rare public interaction, Kushner made an attempt to calm some nerves.
What I'll say is that the president's going to make his decision, and
he hasn't made his decision?
He's still looking at a lot of different facts, and that when he makes his decision, he'll be the one to want to tell you, not me. So he'll make sure he does that at the right time.
The Palestinian president has issued a warning to America. Mahmoud Abbas fears that America's recognition of Jerusalem will jeopardize the peace talks. When Donald Trump visited West Asia in May this year, it was widely speculated that he would recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital. A decision which has been hanging for 7 months could finally come to a head this week. Bureau Report, WION.